Hello everyone! So far, we've learned how to solve systems of equations by graphing, and we've learned it by substitution. But now we're going to learn the most powerful method of all, elimination. Now, graphing is really easy to see and to do, and it always works. But what happens if you have three equations in three variables? X plus y plus z is equal to something. What would you do here? You have an x and y axis, but you need a z axis as well, and we wouldn't be able to solve this by a simple graph. So, elimination. Elimination can often be much faster than substitution and graphing, and it's a pretty neat trick. So, in elimination, there's two things to keep in mind. You can multiply or divide either equation by any constant number, and you can add or subtract the equations from each other, but not from a number. So you couldn't add 5 to one equation, for example. You couldn't add 5 to both sides and not add 5 to both sides of the other equation. Let's see how this works. Here are two equations. 3x plus 2y is equal to 19, x plus y is equal to 18. If we do this by substitution, we would have to do x is equal to 8 minus y, plug that into the first equation, plus 2y is equal to 19. That gives us 24 minus 3y plus 2y is equal to 19. 24 minus y is equal to 19, and y is equal to 5. And if y is equal to 5, x plus 5 is equal to 8, x is equal to 3. So that worked, but it did take a while. So let's try elimination. When you're using elimination, you aim to eliminate one of the variables. And you can do this by subtracting the equations from each other. That works. So here, if this is equation 1, this is equation 2. If we subtracted both of them from each other, we would get 3x minus x, that's 2x, 2y minus y, that's y, is equal to 19 minus 8, which is 11. So we can't solve this, right? This is just another equation with two variables. This doesn't simplify anything. So what we need to do is change around one of the equations so that when we add or subtract like this, one of the variables is eliminated. So to do that, we could multiply the second equation by 3. That gives us 3x plus 3y is equal to 8 times 3, that's 24. And take our first equation, just like how it was, and now when you subtract them, 3x minus 3x will give you 0. 2y minus 3y is negative y. 19 minus 24 is negative 5. So minus y is equal to minus 5. So y is equal to 5. And that's it. You plug in, like we did earlier, x is equal to 3, with much less math. So, just to revise elimination, our first step is to choose a variable to eliminate. We choose the easiest one. So here we could have chosen y as well, and y might have been a little easier actually. And then you multiply one of the equations by a number so that when you subtract them or add them to each other, one of the variables ends up becoming 0. So here we multiplied the second equation by 3, so that when we subtracted the second equation from the first equation, we would get 3x minus 3x. And this gave us an equation in terms of one variable, which we could solve using algebra.